Hey guys, what's up? It's Meiji Games, and today we'll be playing some more Doki Doki Literature Club. Sorry for the long delay in the video. I've just been busy with work and everything, so let's get right on into this. So I've decided we're going to go through Natsuki's route on the game. Okay, so, sorry if this might take me a few minutes. I'm just taking a look at some things. I'm just looking for her words. Some of her words are noticeable normally, but some of them aren't. Like anything that has to do with sweets or anything is usually hers. Because that's usually how it is. Now I'm pretty sure on this page there aren't any of her words. Unless I'm blind. So... Oh, clouds are hers, okay. For example, like sugar is definitely one of Natsuki's words. Marshmallow. Doki doki. Vanilla. Nightgown. Boop. Papa. Milk. Parfait. Bouncy. Now, this is where it gets tough. I know I got one of Sayori's words, but there was none for hers. As long as most of the words are Natsuki's, you will get the ending that you need. Hi again, Brandon. Glad to see you run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a strange thing for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Brandon. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it? Oh, come on. Like he's deserving any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you just plan on coming here to hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth as someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck in between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! She swiftly defeats Natsuki and plops into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Brennan always gives it his best, as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is always so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. So that's so You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Brandon can become good friends too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri. Even brought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori? And me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like it was a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? Sorry? Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How's a girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read it. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some sort of scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is buried in a book. I can't help but her intense expression, like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in the case that she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica! She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Ah, sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you really are into until you figure out where the other person stands. How'd you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written all over your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curiously, I pull it out of the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it from out of my hand. Then she turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know how that feels. I get closer and look at the box she's admiring. Parfait Girls. It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's way out of my demographic or simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on that door. She points to the clubroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was your tone of voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Brandon. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. That is a bad joke. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. Ah, I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in a colorful, arty, striking animation, feminine poses. It's exactly Mo. Don't just stand there. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. Then she takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsill. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling for me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Eh? Why is that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Ooh, he's making moves. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. She crosses her arm and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's particularly a bad thing. I open the book. Only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming her additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulders, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometime after I've finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing really happened yet. So I can't talk at the same time. It looks like it's a bunch of friends in high school. A typical slice of life afar. I kinda grew out of these since it was rare to be writing entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So what should I expect from this? Is there gonna be any plot? Well, obviously. You'd think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of beginning is about simple things. Like, there's a really funny chapter where they obsess over a guy at the ice cream shop. But that's just to help you get to know the characters. Besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories, and when some of the romance starts to happen. That's what makes it good. There's so many touching parts. Ah, is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? Huh? Natsuki gives me a little shove. It just meant I haven't seen you at your full power. Good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking. But this is just a guess. Isn't there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment as she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah? Why does it matter? It doesn't. It doesn't. I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got into this manga. Like I would ever get into anything because of it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone. That's impressionable. Aha! Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, all the hobbies to pick up from a manga. That's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention she's really good at it. So who am I to judge? We read on for a few minutes. So this right here is going to be important later. This is one of the 10 CGIs you need to complete the game. Now, I won't be doing the good ending right now. That will be in a separate video. I will do it all in one go, basically, after this. I finally finished a couple of chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't bothering you, or boring for you? It's not, even though you're just watching me read. Well, I'm fine with that, if you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what that means? You know what I mean. You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it home. I can't even bring it up with them being all like, "Hey, you still haven't grown out of that yet?" It makes me want to punch them in the face. Ugh. I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already a kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't keep it in my own room. I don't know what my dad would do if he found out about this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica, who's kind of a jerk about it. I can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. At least you're enjoying yourself, right? So, jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly Natsuki starts to laugh. Totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. Wow, sounds like Sayori. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast from her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, whom is a rare experience. And the thought of it makes me smile a little myself. Okay, everyone. Are you ready? Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on! Could your timing be any worse? Sorry! I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though, you do look pretty cozy there, over there. Ah! Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches from me. Alright, I guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just gonna give it back? Don't you wanna know what happens? Yeah, but Monica just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. Oh. 1 second. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. Not literally, probably metaphorically. By tomorrow. I only get partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows I try to get through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. And on the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Okay, first, guys, we're gonna share with Sayori. I'm definitely most comfortable with sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all. This is a really good poem, Brandon. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really just happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you really are a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course, I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Brandon. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know. Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that really only good people would do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori? This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit. It's a yes or a no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Ah, yeah. I didn't mean that was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It just sounds like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Okay. So we all know what Sayori had for breakfast this morning. Eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monika's the best. Ah, yeah. But next time I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. And then we're gonna show it to Yuri next. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Oh, okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be able to be. I guessed that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad. No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes now, and we haven't really gone anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get back to where, get used to new people. That's fine, I didn't really notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there's a few specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kinda learned to pick up on them. I think most noticeable thing that I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their writing style deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic of matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is both style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor is totally changed. Her stammer is completely gone, she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't really be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be the literature club? I'm so sorry if I'm screwing up all my words. It's 3:36 in the morning, and I'm recording this. Okay. Ghost under the light. Oh my god. What? Okay, I'll just leave it on the screen here. I honestly can't read cursive writing. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Ah, well, I just don't read script very often. There we go! I'm the main character. Yeah, I don't read script, ever. Well, actually, I think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since our first time sharing, I want to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Brandon. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thought, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last moments, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember, it won't be long before you pick up on those things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Hi, Brandon. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you have any suggestions for the club, new activities, or anything that we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring them up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. But of course, I'll be afraid bringing them up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, I want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Brandon. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that short barrier that we all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. Hand Monica my poem. I like it, Brandon. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh jeez. No. It kind of makes me feel like something Natsuki would write. It is for Natsuki though, that's the problem. And she's a good writer too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so, yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein? Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're writing for kids, but when you think about it, they can express views of the world that would apply to anyone. I see. So you're saying Natsuki is kind of like that. Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much of a filter in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're all super challenging to get the meaning through. So you can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure you'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find your kind of writing style that suits you. Everyone might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's because I have a lot of that's because I have to sound confident. But it doesn't always mean I feel that way, though, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind. Like the film that was left out in the sun. but it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now, I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. I'm sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of writing style has gone pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between worlds and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. When was that inspiration behind? What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after all, everyone's better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you write a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get up on something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way of thinking about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Now, I just noticed something interesting while reading that poem. Basically, what she means is a hole in the wall, that she's not looking in, she's looking out, and he is looking in. That's basically stating that there's a hole in the wall, which would be your computer. Now she's looking out towards you, and you're looking in towards her. You'll notice a lot of patterns with her poems, which I'll be pointing out throughout the game. That's Sheriff Natsuki. Okay, well, let's start with the thing I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Eh? What's the point in sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. The fact I remember how I said I wanted to read your poems, that's what I had in the middle of writing this, while writing this. I want to help you feel more comfortable enough to share yours. Monica said, well, I would be more comfortable in sharing my poems if yours wasn't really bad. Yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem to make me go, huh, it's not like that's great, but let me show you mine. Show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it. Natsuki retort. He gets caught in her throat. You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go and announce it to the world. Like you're all self-important. I'm pretty sure you've never actually said that. I say mostly to myself. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a lose that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Grr, fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me do if I don't. Really, Natsuki? Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah, I told you you were gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. People don't even take my writing seriously. But there isn't a point in writing poems that express themselves. When your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it. I like when it's easy to read, but hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you doing great things can easily be disheartening. Can really be disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up a rhyme. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then make it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more writing went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. You expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Phew. I guess that's everyone. Glance around the room. This is a little more stressful than I anticipated. It says everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. And if they just be nice, and they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange their sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read tandem, I watch each other express this change. Natsuki's eyebrows frown in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki, dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. As you could say, it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss a symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but I really didn't but it didn't really come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Brennan did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me? I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I didn't expect it to change anytime soon unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Brandon liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh. I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Brandon appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? I didn't know he didn't appreciate my advice more. Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately be going on my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? Oh. I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Bran started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like you guys fighting. Suddenly both girls turned towards me, as they just noticed I was standing there. Brandon? She's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the reason for making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meanings should jump out at the reader, not force them to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Brandon. But wait. There's a reason we have so many deep, expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey the complex feeling and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand, Brandon? Well, how did I get Dragon Tales in the first place? It's not like I was writing about writing about. Whoever I grit, they'll probably think more highly of me. Let's pick Natsuki. Yuri, you're really talented. Well, but Natsuki has a point. I think that I racked my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think conveying feelings with a few words can just be impressive as well. Let the reader imagination take over. Natsuki's poem Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that. Yeah! I did, didn't it? It did, didn't it? Ah. It shows how much you know. That's not... Natsuki? I think that's enough. Huh? Me? But she was so mean to me. I know, Natsuki. It's okay. Yuri will be dealt with soon. Look. What we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing. And sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we learned something today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder. Sari is nodding vigorously. Yes, so... You don't need to feel all threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise. Thanks for noticing. She finally mutters that. Barely audible. Yuri? Yuri looks at me dejectedly. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure Natsuki didn't mean everything she said. You don't even feel threatened either. Well, if you say so. Hey. It's not like you need to apologize for me, Brandon. Sheesh. Natsuki takes a breath. The thing I said about, Natsuki glances around the room. Would everyone stop staring at me? Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she boasted. Sayori and Monaco look away. Anyway, the thing about your boobs, I didn't mean it, okay? That's all. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone. Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Sayori! I'll go make some tea. Eh? I was just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciated Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Well, now we're in the past. Everyone read each other's poems, right? I hope it was worthwhile for everyone, especially you, Brandon. And be honest, it was a nice change of pace from lazing around. We got a little used to. So my joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere. No, not at all. There's still time before we go home, so we'll all relax for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, well, we do in the literature club. We do literature-related things in the club room. So maybe you can take the chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what we do. That's what the club is for. I disagree, Monica. Eh? About what? That's not the most important thing in the literature club. The most important thing is having fun. Ah, of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori. In the end, though, Monica's right. Being in the literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing, but in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far. Okay, everyone, it's about time for us to leave. How'd you feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I like to say it was worth it. It was alright, mostly. Brandon, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something from your friends too. That your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself. If I learned a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes, with any luck, that means I can at least do a better job of impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Brandon, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It has truly been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say that I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori. But what happened earlier? And what do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just want your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Brandon, it's nice of you to spend it. It's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think you getting along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is gonna be so much fun. It looks like Sayori hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. I'm sure being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, let's have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Okay, so that's where I'm gonna end it. I hope everyone has a nice day, and goodbye.